Panchang is one of these secrets in Vedic astrology, which is hidden in plain sight. Everyone knows about it. Everybody knows more or less what it is, but many people don't know how to use it. And it's a pity because Panchang used to be like one of the most fundamental tools in Vedic astrology that help you understand the unique moment in time that actually makes you born into this world. Nowadays, in Vedic astrology, we focus so much, just on the surface, just on where is every planet, in which sign, in which house. We just focus on the birth chart itself. But Panchang is this influence that is beyond the chart. And this is the beauty of Panchang too, because once you know Panchang, you actually start looking at the chart entirely differently. Because a planet, the moment it gets any function in Panchang, it's not just a planet anymore. It gets an entirely new role. For example, a planet that happens to be your Tithi lord or ruler of your lunar day is such an important one. It becomes a carrier of water, of emotion in your birth chart, and it is fundamental for your relationships. In fact, I have seen so often in my Vedic astrology practice that people either get married or meet their better half exactly in the Antardasha of their Tithi lord. Not the seventh lord, not the Darakareka. That's how much importance the Tithi lord has in your chart. In the same way, your Vara lord, the ruler of your weekday, has so much to say about your health and even relationship with your father. So all those things and all those secrets of Panchang is something that we are going to discuss in far greater detail on an ongoing workshop which is called Secrets of Panchang. It's a course on which we are not going to go in great detail into every single nakshatra or every single tithi because we already have courses dedicated to that. But we'll rather focus on interpretative side of Panchang. We'll try to understand what does it really mean for you that, for example, you're born on Saturday. What does it really, mean for Saturn in your birth chart? Because in the same way how every weekday is ruled by one planet, every tithi is ruled by one planet, every karana is ruled by one planet, and also same for yoga and nakshatra. And the very interplay of those different factors, the alchemy between them, tells really a lot about your entire life and destiny. Especially because it is believed that those 5 factors of time, accurately called Panchanga, because 5 is Pancha and Anga means limbs. So these are literally 5 limbs of time itself, where Vara, weekday, represents the fire element, Tithi, the lunar day, represents water, Nakshatra represents the air element, then we are having Karana, half of the Tithi, which represents earth element, and finally Yoga, the ether element. So the interplay of Panchang is actually interplay of all of those elements. And we will not be just looking into 5 of them in isolation, but how they act with each other. What happens if they're conjunct with each other? What is going to be the outcome of such a conjunction? And more importantly, we will also going to look how those factors impact each other. Because different tithis, for example, have power to sometimes completely freeze a nakshatra or render it fruitless. It can happen. So there are certain relations between them which sometimes we don't see, we're not aware that they are there. And sometimes you look at a birth chart and you see, for example, a Raja Yoga there or a Mahapurusha Yoga, and then when it doesn't fructify, you ask yourself a question, where does that come from? Of course, there must be some hidden influence that prevents it from fructifying. And this is precisely what we are going to look into. So Panchang is such a tool that will help you to gain a much more holistic view of your whole chart, and I hope will also inspire you to look at your chart and on other charts from a little different perspective. So this workshop that is ongoing will have more practical nature, more interpretative nature, and if you would like to join, we are just in the beginning, just did the introduction and the first limb of Panchang. It's going to last for quite some sessions, so feel most welcome to join us and benefit from it. See you there. Namaste.